What's happening? Let's go talk to Michael in Manhattan, Kansas. Michael, what's up, man?
Morning, Bobby. Morning, studio.
Morning.
Hey, Bobby. My wife and I, we went to your body test on Sunday night. First of all, fantastic. I really hope you guys do it again. It was a great show.
Thank you.
With everybody that performed. No, I wanted to say thank you to you and Eddie. I caught Eddie's eye in the crowd, and I tossed him our baby onesie that my wife and I made because we're about to have a newborn, and it said Future B-Teamer on it. And I just wanted to say thank you because I didn't get to say thank you to you guys at the show.
No, I appreciate that. And what a weekend of shows. I will play you in a little bit. Raymundo performing Kid Rock Cowboy in Texas.
Amazing.
And Abby performing Heads Carolina, Tails California in Kansas. Because we had a special show appearance each night.
Yeah.
So I'll play you that audio coming up in a minute. But, I mean, we had a great couple of days. Thousands and thousands of people. It's unbelievable. And just thank you. And, Michael, thank you for that call, man. Hope you had a great time.
We certainly did. Appreciate it so much.
All right, buddy. Let's do the news. Here we go.
Bobby's Big
Stories.
I got 3 good ones today. First one is a man was caught trying to smuggle 350 pounds of meat over the Texas border. U.S. border authorities confiscated the meat from a man attempting to smuggle the goods over the border. They discovered the haul around 6 a.m. The guy, 20, was carrying 320 pounds of pork bologna and 30 pounds of turkey ham in the back seat of his 2012 Honda Odyssey. I would just think it'd be a truck or something, and it'd be hidden.
Honda Odyssey.
Like, basically, it's just sitting in the back seat with a seatbelt over it. A border agent ordered a secondary inspection due to the driver's negative declaration of carrying foods because he could see the meat in the back seat.
You got any food?
Eddie, as someone who grew up at the border.
Yes.
And you had to cross the border a bunch.
Yes.
What's the deal with crossing the border with stuff? Do most people just get through because they don't get checked, or does everybody get checked?
So to go to Mexico, no problem. I mean, they don't care what you take in there. America doesn't care what you're taking to Mexico. Coming back into America from Mexico, it's high security. And it does start with a question, do you want to declare anything? First, are you U.S. citizens? Yes, great. Are you bringing anything from Mexico? Then you have to tell them what you have. If you don't and they suspect something, they're like, go into stall number 4, please, and they just check your entire vehicle.
Sometimes, though, if you play it so cool, do they not suspect anything and you do sneak stuff in?
Sometimes. What we would do as kids, because we weren't supposed to be going over there as like high school kids, we would put on like, nice, easy listening music and be like, we're good kids. Yes.
You'd play Michael Bolton while driving through.
Yes. That way they're just like, oh, these guys are cool. They're no problem.
But what were you smuggling back?
Nothing. We were just drinking over there.
Oh, and you weren't.
Yeah, we didn't want to. Yeah, we didn't want to do all that.
Have you ever smuggled food? It's nerve-wracking.
What are you talking
Why
about?
are you smuggling food?
I have to Haiti. I've taken like lemons. You have to declare it, and I don't. And they ask me, do you have anything? But I really didn't want them to take my lemons. So I'm like, no, I'm good. And then I start sweating because I'm like, what if they bust me for my lemons? Because it's against the law. But I made it.
Amy goes, you ever keistered a cell phone into a prison? No. Okay.
Yeah.
Next story. If you go over to Cameo, you'll see all these people that are like, I'll cut a video for you, and I'll say your friend's name, and it'll cost you this much money. They have now released the top 5 most popular TV stars for Cameo. Now, this is most videos done.
Okay.
So it's not most money made, because some of the videos are still pretty cheap. William Hung from American Idol at number 5.
Wow.
She bangs. Fun fact, Eddie and I first met ever at a William Hung event.
That's right.
We brought him in for the radio station, and Eddie was doing news there.
Crazy.
I was there to interview William Hung, but he wasn't available, so I interviewed Bobby.
As William Hung.
Next best.
No.
Number 4, Larry Thomas, who is the soup Nazi on Seinfeld.
Oh, funny.
$80. Number 3, now this guy makes more money than the rest because he charges so much, but in number of videos made, Brian Baumgartner, Kevin Malone from The Office.
Good one.
Josh Sussman from Glee and Wizards of Waverly Place. Morgan,
It's the only one I don't know.
do you know who Josh Sussman is?
Yeah, no, for sure I do.
I'm looking at a picture of him. He kind of has Bob Ross hair.
Yeah. He
The-
was
the
really
painter
popular
guy.
on that show.
Yeah. Number 1, Big Ed Brown from 90 Day Fiancé.
Okay, I've never heard of him.
$69.
No, of
Okay.
course.
Yeah. People love that 90 Day Fiancé show. So much so where I go, man, should I even get into this?
What do they do? I don't. They're
Unless someone watches it, I don't want to speak wrongly on it. But isn't it where they get someone from another country that comes in and they have 90 days? Ray, you have to watch 90 Day Fiance. Of all the shows,
We watch a lot of garbage, but definitely not that one.
Mike, what's the premise of 90 Day Fiance? If you'll look that up for me, because I think that long distance relationships have challenges that are difficult to overcome. But if considered the distance traveled is halfway around the world, and a couple had 90 days to decide whether the courtship should conclude with marriage, that's the situation. So that's what I heard. They come from other countries, and you can't just get married, get someone a green card, or get someone a citizenship.
Crazy that not one of us has watched that show.
I know, and it's a massive show, and it also shows you,
Well, obviously.
regardless how massive it is, everything is still cut into such small sections now. Finally in the news, and I only bring this up because we talked about it a long time ago, but Lil Uzi Vert is a rapper who had a jewel placed in his forehead. Now, here's some of his music. He had a $24 million rock embedded in his forehead. He saved for years, and it's a pink gemstone, $24 million embedded into his forehead.
I mean, why would he do that?
We talked about this on the show.
I know, but still, I'm like, people will chop your head off.
Well, what happened was he jumped into the crowd at a festival.
Oh
Somebody try to get it.
So Lil Uzi Vert says the pink diamond he had implanted in his forehead got dislodged when he jumped into the crowd at Rolling Loud. He said that his idea wasn't foolproof because he did a stage dive and the fans ripped it right out of his forehead.
What?
The good news, he didn't suffer any serious facial damage and has a barbell piercing in its place. And yes, he does have the diamond back. It's re-implanted now. But it is a rock right up in between his eyes.
It's like that superhero.
But do you have to cut out some bone? Because it's not like, unless you're just taping it.
Right, you have to put it in
Oh,
there.
I was thinking they would just pierce in some ways to secure it, and then you clip it into the piercings.
You're thinking on a far different level. You're in 2025 right now, and I'm in like 1987. Mike, which do you think it is? Do you think that they clipped it, like Amy said, or did they cut some bone, if you had to guess?
I mean, it kind of looks like it just fell out.
But how is it secured in? Like, how does it even stay there? Gorilla glue?
Yeah, and sometimes in those late night infomercials, they're like, look, we've strapped this baby to the top of the ledge of a 10-story building. Now, will the Gorilla Glue hold? And I'm like, oh, come on, this is going to be crazy right now. And then the baby just dangles safely.
It looks believable.
It's crazy. Anyway, he has a $24 million stone in his head. It came out.
How did they get that?
Yeah, who gave it back? There's no chance.
Because they're fans. I mean,
Oh, okay.
if you're a fan, you get
I
it
just
back.
I don't jump into to a crowd with a diamond on my finger like that, much less my head. All right, that's the news.
Those were Bobby's Big
Stories.
Call us if you want, 877-77-BOBBY. Let's do Luke Combs. Forever After All. Bobby Bone Show. stage doing Kid Rock Cowboy. He did it on the big stage.
Woo!
And then we have Abby in Kansas doing Heads Carolina, Tails California.
So fun.
Full band. Everybody's asking to hear it. We have it. We'll do that coming up next. All right, playback time of the weekend. Raymundo went up on stage at Bobby Fest in Texas, and he had begged, can I please do Cowboy in front of the thousands of people that were going to be there? And Raymundo was a bit nervous. He says he wasn't. Will you admit now you were a bit nervous?
Sure, if you want to say that, but I mean, we do this every day where we're on microphones and we talk to people.
Very different.
You've got thousands of people in front of the stage. You're live. People eyeballs are on you.
We're live now.
Everyone there said he was very nervous.
His wife was like, I've never seen him so nervous.
Why doesn't he
So why
just
didn't he
say
just
it?
I don't know.
I
And
don't
he went
know.
out in sound check and he bombed it hard. Didn't get a single word right. Was
But
like,
not nervous.
and so, it's showtime. We've started the show.
Oh,
the Raging
no.
Idiots are playing. We're probably 6 or 7 songs into our set. And I'm like, all right, time for Raymundo. And the crowd, new level. Cheers. Ray comes out, yeah. The crowd goes, yeah. And so then we hit it. And here is Kid Rock Cowboy as performed by Raymundo live on stage.
What's up, Texas? Let's go. Come on, baby. Up and down your block with a bottle of scotch. You watch lots of crotch fire out with the flags and chillin' the most. And rock that beat up and down the coast. Drink to the sun, drink to the stars. We throw it in the mix and toss that a bar. Sippin' to you wanna roam, find Motown, tell them pussy come back home. Get up and escort service for all the right reasons. Set up shop at the top of 4 seasons. Kid rockin', I'm the real McCoy, Texas, and I'm headed out west. I wanna be a cowboy.
He came out and he nailed it.
Good job.
The primetime lights came on and Raymundo became the primetime guy.
I tell you what, it's hard to find that beat, man, when you're live on
Nailed
stage.
it. And I thought I would give him help because I would just jump on words with him to kind of, but he didn't need it.
Nah, he was on it.
And you'd hear me go, da da da, and he was on the word. And you couldn't have done better.
Well, I did want to go on stage to prove to people how hard it is to sing and be on beat, and I think I proved that because it was very difficult. I did everything I could to hold my hand to my ear. It was not easy.
He was doing the thing like Christina Aguilera does when she's in a studio, where she got her finger in her ear.
Yeah.
He's like, ah, but he crushed it.
Yeah.
Love it.
It was so bad in rehearsal,
We were worried.
but the lights came on, and so did Raymundo. It was great. Nailed it. Crowd loved it. The next night, we go to Kansas. We're in Wichita. And phone screener Abby, it was her birthday, too. Abby, were you nervous before performing in front of thousands of people?
I actually really wasn't. I was just more excited.
Now, was a little bit of you wanting to prove Lunchbox wrong because he said you couldn't sing?
Yes.
Oh,
and I
boy.
want to right now. Like, he needs to stop.
Well, I'm so nervous. Like, I mean, I'm
Oh my
worried.
God.
I'm worried that the crowd's gonna cheer for her, but it's a pity cheer because it's her birthday, and that's what I'm worried about right now.
Oh,
Well,
what?
Abby went out on stage. She seemed very comfortable, right, Eddie?
Oh, yeah, very
She
comfortable.
nailed it in rehearsal, where she was right on. It was the
Oh,
opposite
no.
of Ray. We're like, wow, Abby's ready to go. And so, same time, like 6 songs into the set in Kansas, on Sunday, our band starts to play. And we're playing Heads, Carolina, Tails, California. Then Abby comes out, and here she is in her hometown on her birthday. It's about a minute of Heads, Carolina, Tails, California. She nailed it!
Oh my God, that was so fun. So fun.
And you sounded great. You sounded great.
Thank you.
What can you say about that?
I felt like in the middle it got a little
In the middle. Now he's
No, it did.
nitpicking a live
No,
performance.
We're not a
did.
judge right
It
now.
got a little bit there, but it was a great song because then the crowd sings with you. So even if you do sound a little pitchy or like you're not as good at the runs, they don't notice because they're singing with you. So it was a great song choice.
No, she sounded good too.
Yeah, she did. No, like I
She was
love
on.
that Ray and Abby, they were just up there living their best lives.
I looked at Abby and she tried to run off stage when she was finishing her part of the song. I was like, no, stay out here and let the crowd like cheer for you, like feel the love. And the crowd was like, ah, and Abby started crying.
Aww.
She was so moved by it.
It was
They were
emotional.
chanting my name.
They were like,
and then-
Abby, Abby, Abby. It was
a lot
awesome.
of people.
That's so sweet.
Was it a cool moment for you?
Yes, it was amazing. I was like, the adrenaline, I was bouncing off. I was literally bouncing off the stage. Like, it was crazy. I was like jumping up and down. It was so fun.
Are you reconsidering your career path?
I want to
No,
be a
no,
singer.
no.
I want to be a singer
No,
now.
no, stop, Bobby. You see, Bobby. Okay, what you are is
Chase your dreams.
No, Bobby.
What?
She's old enough to be honest with her that she shouldn't chase her dreams. Like, you know how those parents like take their kids to try out for American Idol. It's like, you know they're not good enough, but you still take them. Just tell her, hey, it was a good job, but don't chase her dreams.
Well, I thought you did a great job. I hope your birthday was awesome. And I think, listen, if you want to work this show and you producing Chuck Wick's podcast and you still want to go sing a little bit, don't let anybody tell you ain't good.
Okay.
You do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Whatever fills
I'll
your
do that.
cup.
Okay.
Great job,
Thanks
Raymundo.
so
Great
much.
job, Abby. You guys really killed it this weekend. I'm in the mood now
For
this right here. Hit it, Raymundo. Let's play it.
I thought you knew cowboy.
Heads Carolina, tails California. Jody Messina, Bobby Bone Show. We'll grab your calls in just a second if you guys want to get on the phone, wait on hold. Back in a minute.
Show.
A 911 dispatcher is on the run because of what happened as she was answering 911 calls.
Uh-oh.
I'll tell you about it in a second. It's an interesting story. But a Louisiana 911 dispatcher is on the run after authorities claim she blank.
She blank.
Oh, yeah, you would think it was a dude because dudes are dumb.
Totally.
I know. So we'll get to that. We have a bunch of calls coming up, too. And let's do the highlight from the weekend. Everybody want to do that?
All right.
Sure.
All right, we'll do all that next. A Louisiana woman and 911 dispatcher is currently wanted by authorities in New Orleans after allegedly fielding several emergency calls and then hanging up on people in need of assistance.
Oh, man.
Oh, no.
Not cool.
She's 25. She stands accused of malfeasance in office and interfering with an emergency communication for allegedly disconnecting calls without gathering the requisite information. But the weird thing is, why is she on the run for that?
Should you go to prison for this?
I would think this wouldn't be a prison charge, except for now that you're on the run.
Now it's going to be prison.
Now enough of it could be. And then why is she hanging up on people? Like, and I don't know. I'm just going to go to where my mind spirals. If you know the person that's doing the wrong to the person that's calling, that would be a reason.
Dude, that's next level thinking, and that's wow.
Whoa.
I mean,
she is at large and has a warrant out for her arrest on both charges.
I'm sure it's an overwhelming job, so maybe sometimes she's just overwhelmed, so she just hangs up.
If you're overwhelmed by this job, you can't do this job.
Exactly. I think that now we know she can't do this job. What was she charged with? Malfeasance?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Malfeasance.
Malfeasance.
Oh.
Amy's now Googling the word malfeasance.
Well, because I want to know, like, why she will go to jail or what? I don't know.
What is your search?
It's where you malfeasance, the willful, inappropriate action or intentional incorrect action or advice, and you could injure a party. I mean, the thing is, people's lives are in danger and they're at risk if they're calling 911 potentially, and you're hanging up on them. Like you could be the reason someone lives or dies.
That's true.
I agree. Don't yell at me.
Malfeasance.
You're yelling at me. Amy's right now taking all her anger out on me.
Malfeasance.
I just have never heard of someone on the run or getting in trouble because they would hang up 911 calls.
I mean, Lunchbox has important calls to make, and we need someone to answer.
Yeah.
There was a story about a woman is so scared by a spider that she screams, and then the police came because of her blood-curdling scream.
Oh, wow.
Because when you hear a scream, obviously you're like, what happened? Where is that story? So they go to her house, and they're like, no problem. She just saw a spider. But it made Lunchbox remember his first ever 911 call, because that's his thing. He loves to call 911, was when someone screamed.
I was a sophomore in college, and I just thought of it when I read this story. And in the middle of the night, I heard the woman next door screaming. And so I called 911, and the police knocked on her door.
Wow.
And I don't ever know what happened because I never really talked to her the next day. But the police came, knocked on the door, talked to her, and left. But it was like 3 a.m. when she was screaming. And I remember calling 911. And that story right there made me, man, that's when my 911 love, happened.
That's when it began.
That's when I opened a whole new Pandora's box.
I wish we could find her. Like, where are they now? The 911 victims of
All
Lunchbox?
of them
Yes.
through his life.
Yeah.
Let's go over and talk to Charlie in West Virginia, who's on the phone. Hey, Charlie, appreciate you calling. What's going on, buddy?
Yeah, good morning, Bobby. Good morning, studio.
Morning.
Yeah, I just want to say what a great job that Raimundo did and Abby. And I just want to challenge Lunchbox. Would he have the cojones saying, what's love got to do with it up on stage?
Oh,
We
yes.
heard him
Yes.
say
He
that.
would do it, but
Yeah.
he's a guy who can't do, but tells others they can't do it either.
No. Here's the thing. I don't claim that I'm a singer, but I'll get up and sing. If you want me to get up and sing on the
that's not
stage,
my
I don't
point.
give a.
No one's asking you to sing, but you're
Right.
telling Abby she can't sing when you can't sing.
Right. But I don't claim to be a singer. Abby says she's a singer, and that's what she was going to do for a career. And I was just, I'm
She
just telling her.
didn't do it as a career.
Right. I was just letting you know the truth. She wasn't going to do it as a career.
Charlie, thank you.
And you know she wouldn't.
Yeah, we've heard Lunchbox sing, and he can't carry a tune in a 10-gallon bucket.
There you have it. You got him.
You got no argument there.
All right.
I mean, like, what?
Tanya, who is calling us from Alabama. Tanya, what's going on?
Hey, good morning, Bobby. Good morning, studio.
Morning.
Well, I had just called to tell Abby that I thought she did an amazing job and that Lunchbox is just a hater.
That's true. He is just a hater. Thank you for that call. We got a lot of calls about Bobby Fest this weekend. Our goal, because it was quite successful, is to do it again next year in different places.
Woo.
Maybe the same places too. But it was great. We had so many great acts. Russell Dickerson, his live show is so good.
Yeah.
If you get a chance to see Russell Dickerson, and he played before us, and we're like, well, great. Now what do we do?
Right. He's got so much energy.
So much energy. He had a big lighting rig,
Man.
and he had smoke. We walk out there.
We're dressed like idiots.
We're just like, hello, everybody.
Hi, it's Bobby and Eddie.
But he's so good. And so
Set the bar high.
it was an unattainable bar. We just do a different kind of show.
Mm-hmm.
Like we do funny songs. And
We might put him at noon next time, huh?
yeah, we should put Russell in like The
Not
small
right before
stage.
you.
1 p.m.
Yeah.
If you get a chance to see Russell Dickerson, go, because that guy is A+, A+ good. Let me play a voicemail from Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Hi, Bobby. Just wanted to say thank you for a great show at New Braunfels this weekend. We also wanted to say to the couple in front of us breaking up the entire show, good luck to you both. There's lots of other fish in the sea. You're a beautiful guy, beautiful girl. You guys will be okay. You guys will be okay. Sorry that you missed the entire show. It was a great one. We love you.
They were fighting the whole time, I guess.
They were breaking up.
They broke up.
And they missed basically all the performances.
All right, around the room, give me one sentence, because we're running short on time here, about your weekend. Give me the highest of high headline. Amy.
I cleaned out my closet and it feels so good.
Nice.
Yeah, I had the extra time to do it.
That's a lot of commas there, but Eddie.
I mean, Raging Idiots go to Texas and mom and dad were there. I mean, to me, it's so cool that mom and dad came to the shows.
I will go, since that's been discussed, I will go Arkansas with the big pull-away win, week 1 of college football.
Oh, congrats.
I didn't go do the meet. I was late to the meet and greet, the VIP performance, because the game was still on. It ran long.
It was scary, Amy, because they weren't leading at the half.
And
So,
now,
eventually you went?
yeah,
Eventually he went, yes.
Okay, because y'all won.
I would have gone anyway.
Okay.
Lunchbox.
My parents booked their flight because I'm about to have baby number 3, so they officially booked airfare to come here when the birth is happening, so that's exciting.
That's a big headline, yeah.
Morgan.
Oh, I went on a really big boat this weekend that I've never been on before because one of my friends had a birthday, and it was so much fun. I spent like 10 hours in the sun, got fried.
And then one more, Raymundo.
Yeah, the last time I was in New Braunfels, Texas, I was actually throwing boxes at the Walmart distribution center, and then to go back there and be on stage in front of 20,000 people, I was like, I'm back.
You're the man.
A couple cool things about this. One, Ray used to work at the Walmart down there.
Mm-hmm.
And two, there weren't 20,000 people. There were thousands and thousands
You
of
gotta
people
let him
there.
believe that,
But there weren't
Bones.
20,000.
In his mind, there were.
It's
Say what you
fine.
want. There were some bright lights. I couldn't even see the people. It was just loud.
Yeah, there were 20.
All right, that's it. Thank you, guys. Hit us up, 877-77-BOBBY. We'd love to have your call. Appreciate you.